Miss Robin. Appreciate you coming through. I'm keeping it on mute. My grandma's taking a nap, and there's Food Network or something playing. But we are making brownies. She gone. We got the most tedious part over with. Now we're gonna pan them and bake them. I don't know if you're still watching, but I can answer that in another way. The brownies are gonna be good. That's all that matters. My grandma got really tired. I think she might have not fed the cats. Yes, I can see your comments. Ooh, if somebody blocked Miss Robin, I would be taking them off of YouTube forever. And I didn't miss anything. I'm just making the damn brownies. But I hear my cats trying to call to me. And I was trying to answer that question like in the way that you told me to. But I can provide the answer at a more opportune time. The sun's hitting the trees kind of pretty. And I have been having an issue where I can't see, like right now, it's this whole time it's told me that there are 0 people watching me. But I'm gonna ask her if she's fed. Yeah, I might need to feed these fuckers. We got 5 fat boys out here. Hey, you haven't fed the cats yet or anything, have you? I just hear them talking to me. So I don't mind doing it.
No, I don't mind.
Well, I'm saying I'll do it for you if you want me to. I can tell you.
Probably, do me good.
Yeah. Just if you start to feel unsafe, or like if you start to feel like you're wobbly or whatever, come tell me. But I could hear them calling, and they probably know it's food time.
They do. They do.
I'm gonna watch her pretty close. Yeah, she tried to rest for a little bit, but they got up and went to church, and then they went to a barbecue spot. And she's trying to keep a good face on, but we're both still weak. Fucking pneumonia. We're not doing a Thanksgiving, Miss Robin. Me and my grandma are the only people who can cook here, and if we can't get up and walk around, then it's not gonna work. But her twin sister and their side of the family, they're going out of town for Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna go tend to the farm animals, the quail and the chickens and the dogs, and I'll try to live stream that. But I am doing the thing that I told you about, and so I have to work. Gotta make all of that work. She's feeding the kitties now. I think it is better if she gets up and moves around a little bit. I mean, I'm sure I'll be cooking, like I'll cook something, but we won't be having like a gathering. I got a lot to tell you about that. But I'm obeying your rules. Brownies. We'll make the brownies, and why would I do that here? I'm gonna make the brownies, and We will sell the brownies tomorrow, and they'll be sold out within 24 hours. Yeah, I mean, I can just say, yeah, like my streams will look a lot different in a week or so. And then I'll explain to everybody. But we're not gonna linger on that, Miss Robin. I used to be pretty strong. But I hope you and the family have a happy holiday. I'm sure you all do the Christmas thing. I remember that was always fun with me and my mom and my grandparents. The ornaments, decorations. I got something cool to show you that I got from my great aunt yesterday. It's like rocks that are painted with different pictures. I got them for my ladybugs. I'll let you pick one out. Robin, you've spoken to my grandma before, haven't you? No, I fucking hate Christmas. I hate every holiday. Because all the major businesses that I work with are closed. So I have to just sit around until the next day. I thought you had, maybe you're not the one, but I thought you sat and like had a conversation with her while she was in the kitchen. You did. You are the one. Like she was responding to you in the chat. Yeah, I know it was you because I put the phone on the cutting board. And I walked away and you were talking to her. I think this was before she got sick though. We're not gonna have anybody come through. Like, it's probably my fault, but my live streams have been ass lately. And the irony is that I'm doing YouTube full time now, but I'm helping other channels more than I help myself. I help my own. And Miss Robin's gonna be the first one to get on my ass about sending people donations. But if you can do it, why not do it? Help the people who need help. Because there are some really good friends that you can find on YouTube. And if you're like a real person who has my fucking phone number, you know I probably trust you pretty well. Now, I'm not speaking to anyone in particular when I say that, but you know what I mean. Miss Granny. Miss Granny is Robin, you're not the one who introduced me to Miss Granny, but look at her channel. She's a really nice lady. If you like my grandma's accent, you'll like hers. She's always been really nice to me. And her mama is my future wife. I know she's got a crush on me. We're not gonna bring it up here. But they're both really nice ladies. Yeah, she mostly, it's just like her sitting and talking or showing her, I think she has a puppy. Yeah, she's always really nice to me. I don't want to be smoking in front of Miss Granny. Miss Granny, it gets hard sometimes. We gotta find our ways to push through it. What the fuck was that? Yeah, show her some love. I feel like she has a smaller channel, but it may be bigger than mine. I don't know, but she's always. I can vouch for her. She's a nice lady, and her mom's a nice lady. We talked about food and the southern drawl, which I don't think I have, but a lot of people seem to detect it. Yeah. Yeah, a person who's drowning under 6 inches of water is going to drown just as quickly as a person who's under 2 feet of water. So, I guess I agree with that. But sometimes you're drowning under 18 feet of water, and you got a family to take care of, and a bunch of babies who don't know any better. This is what we ended up with. And this is what it's gonna go in. What is it, 19 by 3? Yeah, Miss Granny, that's what people from Canada think, that I sound like I'm living on a fucking cowboy ranch. It probably doesn't help that I actually did grow up on a farm and I wear a cowboy hat half the time, but compared to my family, I have no accent. And I studied linguistics for a long time, so it's kind of easy for me to tell when somebody has a certain dialect or whatever. I think I'm gonna keep one for me and one for my grandma. She likes the corner pieces. Last time I ate 2 of them, so I lost $4. Ms. Robin, I love you and I appreciate you showing up when you do, when you can. We're only missing Miss Joy. But Miss Granny, I promise you, Robin is a super nice lady. Like, you won't regret it if you, I don't think she does much. She doesn't do content, but if she shows up and talks to you, it's always a better day. Whoa. Yeah, Miss Granny, I don't know if you are aware, but I manage a whole bunch of channels, and I don't even have notifications on. I go by the heart. Let me check and see if this person's on. Maybe that's why a lot of people don't like me, but because I'm the only person that can like remove people officially. But I would give you my phone number here, but it's not the time to do that. Maybe not the place. But I saw that you commented on my picture of these flowers. They're real ones. Mr. Squirrel, appreciate you coming through. Mr. Squirrel is from Mr. Yogi's channel. I'm balancing a lot of channels nowadays. Sometimes it gets hard to remember where I know each person from. Squirrel, I know we had like a small issue before, but we worked it out. Do you mind telling me like how old? That already sounded bad. I don't know if you want to say your age here, but I looked at your channel and you seem like a more mature dude. And that kind of put things into perspective for me. And the guy that was on Yogi's channel, it's just like it never really makes sense to me what he's saying. So, like I thought. You were 2 years younger than my father would have been. I always just had this impression of you that you were like a young guy who was trying to like be, tough on the YouTube streets. Like, hey, I can time you out, I can kick you. And it probably didn't like, if I'm being honest, there were like 3 or 4 or 5 other people they told me like, they're like, this dude's an asshole. But you don't seem like an asshole to me. And given that you're older, I know you probably don't have as much experience with like how YouTube's algorithm works. Miss Chris, one of my favorite ladybugs is here. Everybody say hi to Miss Chris. No, I understand, Squirrel. Like, I saw shit that happened with the tiger guy, and I was like, I thought he might have just been a young kid that, you know, Maybe English is his second language, and maybe he just wants to stir shit up. But just random fucking questions like, Stinkbug, do you go to the gym? And then he thinks I'm a fucking woman. Like, I think I need to change my profile picture. I've probably had 10 people that thought I was a woman since I shaved my beard. Maybe we're gonna bring the beard back. Oh, I understand, Squirrel. But I'm still not afraid to clap him if I have to. But I saw that he did, like, you know, he took his blue name away. I don't have evidence to suspect that he's being like a villain, but it's just the shit that he says is weird and I can't understand what he's saying. You know what I mean? You told me earlier you asked all the same questions. And it's kind of my job to ask the same questions. It's not a great picture. Granny? Don't upset me, Miss Granny. I've got some good pictures. I took that one the night that I used to have a, Granny, you don't know this, but my beard used to be like this long. Damn it, Robin. Maybe I just took a bad picture. But nobody ever used to mistake me for a lady. Especially when I got so many ladybugs. All right. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna take it into consideration and we'll find a new picture. Should I go back to like the one with the big beard? Yeah. Nobody's making me cut my beard for work. I make my own work. We never going back to that life. I was a McDonald's manager for like 2 or 3 years. They had a policy where I could only have a mustache. And so I would shave basically every day. I've got a story to tell about that, but it's not for this time. Miss Chris is probably already gone. Yeah, Danny, if you want me to help you. On Yogi's, actually, I'm not even I think Squirrel is just the fucking manager there. It's always odd to me when I show up to one of my friends' channels and I'm not the manager. I'm like, what's happening? But I realize like there are so many of them that, I mean, not that I care about that, but doing this shit full time is weird. Can everybody tell Miss Chris hello? Miss Chris is one of my best friends, but apparently YouTube has, she doesn't want to do live streams anymore because she keeps having problems, but I try to help her with the problems. I feel like between me and T and Joy, we could make her channel work again. Yeah, no, they literally, it was like, you can't have any facial hair unless it's because I was the kitchen manager, so like, you can only have, up here. And I didn't even have a fucking mustache. I did it one time, but I went in one day and I had shaved that morning with an electric shaver, and um, like the new general manager came up to me and was like, you need, on your break, you need to go to Publix across the street and buy a razor to shave. And I was like, I'm the only person back here that can do what I'm doing, and you want me to go buy a razor at my expense to cut like my very small beard off? And so I was like, fuck it. I just left, and I quit that day until the big boss called me back and was like, hey, we need you back. It's a funny story. I'll tell it in full detail later. But yeah, that did happen. I don't know if they still have that policy about a mustache, but it seems antiquated. She, I try to explain it. There's a language barrier between me and Miss Chris, but I can't really explain to her how to fix it. And if I do, she's like, oh, I already did that. But she didn't do anything wrong. It's just, you have to know how to contest whatever YouTube says, whatever the infraction they say you made is, violation of YouTube policy guidelines. But if I'm still fucking doing this, and yeah, kids problem. I don't know if I can't, I don't want to say it. Yeah, but you can, Miss Chris. It's just, I tried to help you with it. You can, you just have to know how to. It doesn't matter. But yeah, she has children, and sometimes they do crazy stuff. But she didn't violate any policies. If it was fixed already, you'd be able to stream. I get protective over my ladybugs. And Miss Chris has always been a super nice lady to me. But it was like, I had to tell her, like, she wasn't doing long form videos, and she was only getting watch hours from shorts. And I was like, unless you have a fucking 1 million subscribers, that's not really gonna make a difference. I was kind of confused, like, why nobody had told her that. Because her sister does YouTube, and also used to be a close friend, but for some reason she also blocked me and, like, won't, just stopped speaking to me. Maybe there's a political agenda. Miss Joy, I was just talking about you. My best and most capable moderator, who also has a busy life, but still chooses to show up and hear my big ass talk. I don't know what that means, Miss Joy. We got a few people in here. I'm not sure if you're speaking to me or to them. Yeah, that's around the same time that I technically started my channel, but I only started making content like a year ago. And we already got to nearly 2,000 subscribers. Yep, I appreciate all the people showing up. We're gonna finish these brownies up, and I've got a few short form videos to upload. And I think I might do one 3-minute video. We gotta make sure the watch hours are coming in. No, I wasn't. Miss Joy, I would never talk bad about you. Don't say that. Yeah, appreciate it, Mr. Squirrel. You're never gonna hear me talk bad about Miss Robin or Miss Joy. Or Chris. Chris knows I'm not gonna do that. Bro, if you were a ladybug, you're safe from me. And you're safe from anybody else. Let's see if I can show you some of these rocks. Appreciate that, Danny. Y'all know if you ever hear me if I see or say anything negative about any of those ladies, something's going wrong. I'm having another seizure. Every one of the ladies in here is like super nice. Shit. Hey, before I end this stream, I'm not gonna put you on camera, but if you want to say like Miss Robin and Miss Chris and Miss Joy, they're all watching. If you want to say hello to all of them, Robin, Chris, and Joy,
Okay.
they can hear it. You don't have to take the phone. I won't put you on camera. Just Robin, Chris, and Joy. They're all ladies that you know.
Hello, Miss Robin, Chris, and Joy. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. It's been a better day for me, and I'm happy about that. Tomorrow's gonna be even better. Love y'all.
They were all just asking about you. Yeah, I appreciate that. You want me to make you any dessert or anything?
No, I just had me one of my oatmeal things.
I'm gonna finish these brownies and then maybe make some of the baked beans.
Yeah, that'll go good with it.
I probably got extra stuff in the fridge I can use. You haven't tried the grape sucker yet?
Oh,
I'm sorry if I put you on the spot there. I had them. We've had a consistent, like, 6 or 7 people watching. A lot of them are asking about you. I've been slacking on showing my face on camera. So I think when I did, it brought a few extra people in.
Yeah.
People gonna complain about how ugly I am, I'm sure. But yeah, I appreciated Aunt June for leaving me these rocks.
Yeah, aren't they
Uh,
pretty?
If they try to like sneak me money or anything, I'm gonna take some out and give it back to them because these things took time to make.
Yeah. I thought that was a good place for them where we can look at them every day.
I'm not even sure how she did some of these with the detail.
Yeah. She's good.
But I picked 2 out that had ladybugs on them. So I'm gonna send those out to somebody. Robin, Joy, and Chris
Yeah.
are the top contenders.
Main ones.
And I think Remy would like the Hulk one, but he wouldn't understand. Like,
No, he wouldn't.
I feel like and he would lose it, or Macy would lose it. The only one I'm missing is the giraffe. I know she told me she'd go out and find it, but I don't think she remembered to. But I saw a giraffe in there. It was like a long body.
Yeah.
She knew which one I was talking about. But I saw it once, and then I shuffled the rocks around, and then I couldn't find it again. So. But I've got a person I want to send that giraffe rock to. 'Cause I can't paint a little rock like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe somebody can shrink my hands and give me like a very small paintbrush.
Paintbrush.
I'm gonna put the phone right here while I grab my charger.
Okay.
So if you say anything, they can hear you, but they don't see you or anything. You should say, "Welcome to Stinkbug's channel. Kindly like and subscribe."
Welcome to Stinkbug's channel. Kindly like and subscribe, please.
I'm gonna clip that and record it. Miss Chris said she loves it. Remember, she's the one with Gucci, the cat, in the Philippines. We're initiating my grandma into the YouTube streets. And I promise I'm gonna clip that shit and I'm gonna make a funny video. Not a funny video, but it'll be my intro. Maybe when you start one of my videos, you'll hear her say that. That's my best friend. No, I didn't make those rocks, Miss Chris. That was my great aunt. That was my grandma's twin sister. I promise you, I couldn't. It's not physically possible for me to make something that detailed and tiny. Yeah, that's very creative. They both like to come up with designs and stuff like that. I don't know how in the world she made this one. Like the one with the sunflower and all the little seed pods inside. I'm gonna ask my grandma. How do you think she did this? Like those little seeds on the inside.
She's with a little tiny paintbrush, and then you've got this little thing that's got
Kind of like a pencil.
metal point on the end with
Mhm.
a little dot, and you can do the little teeny dots with that.
I couldn't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, it's very tedious, and yeah.
That's why I was telling her I didn't want these stuff for free, but she was in a generous mood.
Yeah, she wanted you to have them.
Somebody somewhere around the world's gonna have it, and this will be sitting up in their kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that something?
Now I need to hire somebody to handle my mailing stuff, because I'm an idiot when it comes to post office and
Yeah.
mailing labels and all that. Maybe if I reach 3,000 viewers in the next week, then I'll hire a person to help me for that. But for now, it's just going to be me. Paint pen. Miss Joy says it's called a paint pen, but that may not be what she used. Miss Chris, I'll show it to you
I
again.
know a lot of them do use pens, and you can get them with real fine points. But if you have a little teeny paintbrush with a little teeny point, you can do it that way also. And that's probably what she did. I don't think she uses pens.
You just have to be so careful.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think I have the dexterity to
Yeah.
do that, like with my fingers. And I also don't know if I have a paintbrush that is that thin.
I probably got one out there.
I mean, I've got one somewhere, but not one that I use. But yeah, you have like the occasional brush that has like 4 hairs on it that you can. This will be the main ladybug one. We have the Hulk. Love. Penguins. glove. No, she's good at it. However she does it. But I can't do that. I can paint, but I use a bigger brush. Those rocks are like the width of my fingers. I couldn't paint a whole picture on that. Miss Robin says they might be called daughters. But she's in a different place than we are.
Yeah.
Which I'm,
It may be.
I don't know if that makes a big difference or anything, but I'm sure the artists use different hardware
Oh, yeah.
depending on the state. They are nice rock.